Microphone check. 1, 2. Q Ultimus, what's happening, man? How you doing? You take that contest, Q? Or have you done the virtual or anything if you didn't take it? Man. Got Q1, 2, 3. Alright. Well, I'm about to do it real soon. Am I ready? I'm ready. I'm ready, Q. Here we go. Hey, Howlin', what's up? What's up? I guess, man, you before I go do all that LeetCode stuff, man, let me show you something. Zoom Venom. What's up, man? How you doing? You guys want to see? You guys want to see Type Blazer, man? I've been obsessed with Type Blazer for the last few weeks, man. I just added some new avatars. I don't know if you've seen my avatars, Q, but look how many avatars I got in here. We got the dang shark. They're all pretty much free right now. I guess while I'm building. Got the pig, got the lion, got the axolotl, got the capybara, got a dang turtle. Got a bear, dog, cat. Look at all my things, man. The sloth. I like the shark. Need a wolf? Oh, dang, howling. That is a good idea. But not only are the avatars sick, but they are also animated. And everyone can get an avatar. I'm gonna do LeetCode real soon, man. Don't you worry. I just wanna show you. Man, I can't talk and type at the same time. These are hard words to type as well. Man, my fingers freeze for some reason. 60. Anyways, that's what's been up, man. Daily challenge, daily passage. I ran into a character that had an accent mark. Hey, I know there was 5 passages in my database that were wrong, but they're now fixed. I saw your bug report, man. I saw your bug report. Thank you very much. Look at that. It is now fixed. So those passages have been updated. Anyways, it's not a Type Blazer stream. This is a LeetCode stream right now. LeetCode daily first. Here we go. Easy daily problem. Sum of root to leaf binary numbers. Ricky Wong, what's happening? F accent marks, TBH. Yeah, all them dang special characters mess me up, man. I'm so slow on Type Blazer compared to Type Racer because I guess I'm like pulling data from Wikipedia, and that has a lot of proper nouns and numbers and stuff, and it's real tough, man. Does it turn into type Blazer stream on the hour? Yeah, if I remember. I'm gonna try and remember. I should set the alarms. Or if you come in here on the hour and tell me, I'll show up to the championship race every single time. I try and remember throughout my day, championship race. I'm like always watching my clock, like, dang, I missed the race, you know? Anyways, let me do this daily problem real quick. Sum of root to leaf binary numbers. You are given the root of a binary tree where each node has a value of 0 or 1. Each root to leaf path represents a binary number starting with the most significant bit. For example, if the path is 01101, then this could represent 01101 in binary, which is 13. For all leaves in the tree, consider the numbers represented by the path from the root to that leaf. Return the sum of these numbers. The test cases are generated so that the answer fits in a 32-bit integer. I think we can do this one. This is basically just a DFS. If you know a little bit about bits, you know that each bit you go over one, it's like multiplying by 2. It's like a power of 2 each bit position. So like each depth in this binary tree is a different power of 2. So the first level, the root would be 0, right? 0 or 1. The next, let me say, how do I say it, man? The significant bit that represents that first root level would be 1, and then 2, and then 4, and then 8, right? So this one is 1, this level is 2, this level is 4, and so on. So that's all we're gonna do is basically multiply by 2 and add 1, right? I think that's how we can do it. Let me just code it up. And then they want the total sum. I'll make a lambda function here. I like these lambdas, man. I can't imagine life without lambdas when I used to use helper functions back in the day. So much more junk you gotta type, man. Anyways, so here we go. If we're at a thing, let's just return. If we're at a, man, should we carry like some number that it represents here? So it says everything will fit in a 32-bit integer. So we're good. How do we know it's a leaf node? If it doesn't have a left or a right node. So if not node left and not node right, this is a leaf node. And then they want us to accumulate the number, right? So we just add that number, and then I suppose we could just return, really. And then we'll just DFS, man. DFS. Do we go left, then right? I don't think it matters. So, and then we'll do the number nums times 2 plus 1. I think I can just do it like that, right? Or do I have to put parentheses? I would think the order of operations would be alright here. But I don't really know for sure, man. And then if we go, wait, left would be nums times, hold on, it's not plus 1, it's plus whether or not the node val, that's what it is. Is that right, man? I think so. Wait. Alright, let me think. 101. So the first node is 0 times 2 is 0 plus 1, that's 1. And we go down DFS here, the number coming in is 2. Anyways, I think this should be alright. We'll see. I don't really want to think of it too much, man. I'm saying 2 plus whatever the node val is. I hope it's right. Should I just send that and see what's up? I gotta call the function DFS. I guess we start with 0. Uh-oh. Hey, what's happening? Burn Arenko. How you doing? Simon, any tips on how to get back to a problem after being unable to solve it? Should I take like a week before trying again? I like to, if I can't solve the problem, I like to just look. I'm not gonna lie. So I'll probably give the problem like up to an hour. And then if I can't solve it, then if I'm absolutely stuck, I'll peek at the solutions. Sometimes I'll actually read the code, but more often it's like just good enough to read the titles of the solutions, and that will give me enough hints, and then maybe I'll stop. I won't try the problem again for a day or 2 days, sometimes a week or so, but I always try and go back to the problems that I can't do at some point. But I don't like to do it immediately, because if I just look at the solution, it's still fresh in my mind. So it's like not me coming up with that solution, it's more just me remembering what the answer was. And then you should also try to remember what category that problem was, like which topic it was, and maybe it's a sign that that particular category is a weakness of yours, and you should probably target more problems within that category. You know, alright, let me think. Maybe I can't do this 2 times thing plus node val. Maybe that thing is whack. Maybe I just need to add oh wait, you know what? Let me think. I'm actually just gonna redo how I do this, man. I'm gonna say if node val, then do I add 1 here? Dang, why can't I think about this problem? I think the ×2 thing is right. I think it's right, man. But I think maybe the bug was like, let me just Control Z. Maybe the bug that I had in my code was like, I don't add the final leaf node value here. You know, so maybe I can be like num equal nums times 2 plus node val, and then I can just use this num here like that. I think this might be alright, man. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure maybe my bug was like, well, what has happened? If not root, this should be if not node. Typo, I guess. Anyways, that problem gave me more trouble than it should have. Not a great performance for the daily problem. Silly bugs, man. Silly bugs. If that was an interview, I would have gotten cut, you know. That I'm like, hey, I think we can end this interview early, man. We've seen enough. Anyways. Virtual contest time. 490. I gotta keep an eye on the time here. Alright, let's go, man. Virtual contest. Wait. I'm drinking some water first. Hey, little Pixel, what's happening? Good to see you this fine evening. Hey, Sergeant Pepper, what's poppin', man? Are we vibing the LeetCode contest? Nah, you know I don't mix vibe coding and algorithms, man. They're two separate interests. I like to keep them separated. Alright, here we go. Are you ready? Wait. Thinking isn't allowed. Gotta be 200% perfect and fast while pretending you never saw the problem. What are you talking about? Thinking. Or for vibe coding LeetCode. I don't even know what's like why people cheat so much, man, on LeetCode contests. Anyways, about to begin right now. Q1, find the score difference in a game. You are given an integer array nums where nums I represents the points scored in the ith game. There are exactly 2 players. Initially, the first player is active and the second player is inactive. The following rules apply sequentially for each game I. If nums I is odd, the active and inactive players swap roles. In every 6th game, that is game indices 5, 11, 17, and so on, the active player and inactive players swap roles. What kind of fizzbuzz is this, man? The active player plays the ith game and gains nums I points. Return the score difference defined as the first player's score total score. Wait, the first player's total score minus the second player's total score. That's too much reading, man. I don't remember what I just read. So they want a score differential. There's 2 players. Should I actually keep track of the both players and return the diff? Or should I do something? I'm gonna just do what they tell me to do, man. They say iterate through each indices or each index or whatever and say if it's odd, they swap roles. I'm gonna just do it exactly as they say. So if nums I mod 2 then what the heck is an active player, man? Swap roles. Okay, I see. Active. So it's, I guess we can just keep like an XOR, man, right? Or like a negative. Alright, so let's say if the nums I is odd, we swap roles. Is that how we swap? Hey, Elite Whale, what's happening? Doing the virtual contest. So that's swapping roles. Maybe I'll just keep the diff, like one number. And then they say every 6th game. So how do we know it's a 6th game, man? Is that like mod 6? I mod 6 equals 0. Then players swap role. And then I do that. Is that what they really want from me right now? First player minus the second player's score. Let's see. 0. 6. Dang, it's already wrong. -1. Why do I have 6 here, man? So 0 to 2. So it's the first player. The player gets 8 points there. Should I just see out diff at each index to see what's up? I'm trying to do it too fancy, man. I should just keep track of the dang scores. Alright, 8 points at index 2. Then player 3 or player 2 or whatever, 1 point for the next player. First player gains 2 more points, so that looks alright. Since the points are odd, the players swap roles, then because this is a 6 game, players swap again. Second player gains 1 point. Since the points are odd. This should be the 6th game, man. I'm already lost so much time in the contest. This is only Q1. I'd have been real panicked right now if this was live. Hey, Samir, what's happened? Got 4 out of 4. Dang. Very nice. So I don't ever detect this. Why? Is it mod 6? No, it's mod 5. But then it... Is that where I messed up, man? Will that work? Alright. I'm a little bit nervous to send this. Shit. But I will send it. I'm already lagging behind, man. Man. I had a feeling I should be more careful. Be careful. Oh, Fluffy, what's happened, man? Should be mod. Yeah. Yes. But I made an error now, and I must pay the price. Shit. Let me think. What was it? Oh, I don't even know how to identify my bug. I really should probably not calculate it like that. Let me think. Is that mod 5 thing gonna work? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop trying to be fancy. And then let me just make sure. Is that what I'm trying to do? Alright, 1, 4, -1, -68. That's what they wanted from it, man. I'm gonna send that. Alright. I don't know what that was about, but let's keep that counter in there. I don't know how mods work. Easy, not easy. You should do iMod 6. Yeah, I don't know how mods work, Fluffy, but maybe I should have done that if I knew about mods. Alright, Q2. Check what? Digitorial permutation? You're given an integer n. A number is called digitorial if the sum of the factorials of its digits is equal to the number itself. Determine whether any permutation of n, including the original order, forms a digitorial number. Return true if such a permutation exists. Otherwise, return false. Alright, what am I trying to do? The sum of the factorials of its digits is equal to the number itself. Okay. And then any permutations of n, including, so n is some number, and we just try it in whichever order to see. Man, I don't know permutations. I guess I could try and figure it out. So basically, they want me to. Should I just cache these numbers like cache fact at like 1 through 9 factorial, and then is it just gonna be a take it or leave it until we've selected every number? Or I guess we could do a something that seems too complicated, man. Let me think. Factorial of a non-negative blah blah blah. We just want to return if, man, we just want to what are you talking about, man? If we can find, all right, we just add up the dang factorial and then see if we have all those digits, right? And then create the digit or something. Let me see what's up. Let me just figure out what the factorial thing is. What is 9 factorial? Is that a really big number? Alright, that's not that big. Right? Alright, so it will fit in an int. Sum of facts. So for each digit, how do I get each digit, man? Mod 10, right? Divided by 10, so that's their digit. So for each digit, what are we doing with each digit, man? We're trying to get the factorial. But I also want to cache. Do I need to cache it? I don't think we need to do all that fancy stuff, man. I'll make a function here to get a factorial of some integer. Let's see. Cash me outside? Yeah, cash me outside, man. Hey, how do I do the factorial thing? Is it just like x times equal to... Wait, what am I doing, man? 1 to x. I don't really know anything. Alright, so each digit gets its fact. But we're adding the sum of the facts. Sir Lord Good, what's happened? Do you mind sharing why you left Google? Yeah, just got bored, wanted to pursue my own thing. That's the gist of it, really. Alright, so we get the sum of the factorials. Now we just need to count all of those digits. Man, I'm just using characters because... Wait. I'll just use a vector, man. Digits. And we have 10 digits, right? So we just need to make sure both of these digits are the same. Man, how can I do this real quick? Copy and paste, that's how. Every time I copy and paste, I always make mistakes though. Alright, so what's the sum of the facts? That's what we're trying to get the digits of. We need a copy of our n. And then we want to get man, too slow. I'm thinking too slow, man. digit. We don't want that. We actually just want to do digits, digit, plus plus. And then we want, what other digits we're trying to check? OG digits, man, that's what we're trying to check. So while OGN digit and then OG digits, can I just do it like that? Let's see. Do I alternate between Python and C++? No, I stick with, oh shit, I stick with C++ mainly, man. I don't really flop around too much. Every now and then I'll do a problem in Python. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, should I send this? I think this should probably be alright, man. Seems... Jesus. There's a bug. Yeah, Elite Whale, there is a bug. Hold up. 33. 3 times 2 is 6. 6, 12. So how is that true, man? Where's a bug, Elite Whale? I'm doing terrible. It's a good thing I don't take contests anymore, man. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Just forgot to replace some variables. The same thing that I just talked about. Every time I copy and paste, I always make errors, man. Wait. Oh, this is not that case. Jesus, I see the bug. I don't even need to print anything else. I already see the dang thing. Come on. How did I pass so many test cases then? That's crazy. It's like they got a lot of junk test cases, or I guess it's just true false, so silly bugs. Alright, Q3, maximum bitwise XOR after rearrangement. Wait, have you tried Vim motions? I don't really mess with Vim like that, man. Too much to remember. Alright, maximum bitwise XOR after rearrangement. You are given 2 binary strings S and T, each of length n. You may rearrange the characters of T in any order, but S must remain unchanged. Return a binary string of length n representing the maximum integer value obtainable by taking the bitwise XOR of S and rearranged T. I can do this, man. I can do this. How are we gonna do it though? We basically just need to count. Alright. So we can only rearrange T, right? Nice. It's long. So basically S's most significant bits we want to keep on, so we'll have to put a 0 in that place, and S's zeros most off significant bits we want to flip them on by putting 1s in that place. So I'd say we need to count how many 0s and 1s we have in T, and then just iterate from the most significant bit to the least significant bit and flip as many of them as we can in that order greedily. I think that is the answer, but I'm going to code it up to see if it works. So they're of the same length. And then, all right, let's count. I guess, do we keep it in 2 variables? Sure. Or should I keep it in a vector with like... Nah, I'm gonna just keep it simple, man. Roxanne, what's happened? Live at night? This is my main stream time usually. Alright, here we go, here we go. I need to iterate, I need to count all the characters in T. So if this is a 0, otherwise, so a little bit caveman style right here, but it will work. And now I need to iterate through the characters in S from left to right, and if it is a 0, wait, how are we gonna put the things in, man? Let me think about that for a second. YouTube algo brought me here. Vibes seem right. Looking forward to starting my LeetCode journey. Truest. How exciting, man. We were all there at some point. It's a little bit scary, but I think it's important to get it started sooner rather than later. Welcome to the party. What's your take on the drama? What drama, man? I don't follow drama too much. Starting the 30-day JS challenge is tough. I don't know much about JavaScript. Anyways, let me think about like how are we gonna do this, man? If we don't have a character, man, I can do this for sure. I just need to gather my thoughts. So we have the amount of 0s and 1s. So first, I guess we gotta check. Maybe I'll just convert it to like a digit, you know, or something. I'll say bit. The bit is that. So we want this bit to be either on or off. Maximum integer value obtainable. We want, yeah. So if this bit is on, then, all right, here's our answer. It's gonna be a gnarly if statement. If the bit is on and we have 0s, then we use one of those 0s. There must be an easier way to code whatever I'm trying to code up right now, man, because I'm doing some monkey stuff right now. All right, if the bit is off and we have 1s, we take one of those 1s and we turn that bit on. What other scenarios are there? The bit could be on and we don't have any 0s. Then what? So if the bit is on and we have no 0s, am I overcomplicating this? Then we have to use a 1. We'll see, we'll see. And if the bit is off, I don't know what to do, man. If the bit is off and we don't have any 1s, could the bit be off and we only have 0s? I think I'm going a little bit too crazy with these if statements, but I'm gonna just finish it up and see where it falls apart. I guess we gotta use a 0 in this case. Hey, TJ Software, what's happening? Nice to see I'm still LeetCoding, barely, man. I got burnt out, but we'll return soon. Yeah, we'll be here, man. I don't really like my answer at all. If the bit is 1 and we only have 1s, who knows? Who knows what to put? Let me see if it gives trouble first. I already confused myself with this code. Output is absolutely wrong. Alright, this is a good... everything is wrong, man. I'm just always putting 1s. Alright. If the bit is set, and we have 0s, we should use those 0s. Yeah, turn that bit on. If we're at a 0, we should use our 1s. And then if it's on, and we don't have any 0s, then this would be off. And then if it's 0 and we don't have any 1s, then it would be off as well. Alright, 1 1 0, 1 1 0 1, and 1 1 1. Should I send this or what? I'm just gonna send it, man. I've already had so many wrong submissions. Easy Q3. I don't really like my if statements here. I think this could be a lot cleaner, man. I really think there's a nicer way to do this, but we'll visit that another time. Alright, Q4. Count sequences to k. You are given an integer array nums and an integer k. Start with an initial... Dang, I missed the... Alright, heart attack. I was watching the time. I didn't want to miss the Type Blazer Championship race. Alright, rewind. You are given an integer array nums and an integer k. Start with an initial value, val equal 1, and process nums from left to right. At each index I, you must choose exactly one of the following actions. Multiply val by nums I, divide val by nums I, leave val unchanged. After processing all elements, val is considered equal to k only if its final rational value exactly equals k. Return the count of distinct sequences of choices that result in val equal k. Note division is rational, not integer division. What? For example, 2 divided by 4 is equal to 1 over 2. Alright, I don't know what that means, but they say 2, 3, 6, k equals 6, answer is 2. What are you asking? So we have two choices. It's take it or leave it, right? Multiply or divide or leave it unchanged. And what the heck is k, man? Val is considered equal k if its final rational value exactly equals k. Alright. Let me just look at the examples. I mean, it seems like a take it or leave it, man, based on the things, right? We can, well, let's take it, divide it, multiply it, divide it, or leave it. So 3 choices at every index. And then once you get to the end, then we just see if it's equal to k. And then we just add 1. And then, but man, look how big k can be. There's only 20 numbers, man. Or 19 numbers. And each number is only up to 6. Man. Should I try? I don't know what's called this, DFS. So if we're out of bounds, then we gotta check if our number is equal to k. But how do I do? Let me think. Because there must be a reason they're telling me something about whatever they're talking about here. Rational this, rational that. Exactly, final rational value exactly equals to k. I mean, this means what to me? Do I need to track my numerator and denominator differently? And then depending on which one I do, whether I multiply or divide, that's when I add or whatever. Yeah, maybe I have to do some weird funky stuff like that, man. Numerator, denom. I don't even know if that's necessary, but I'll just do it anyways to avoid the doubles. If even using doubles is an option here. So I'll call DFS, and we'll start at index 0, and our numerator and denominator, we'll leave them at 1 initially. And then for every index, we can multiply, we can divide, or we can skip. All right, if we multiply, then we go to the next index, then do we add it, man? Wait, let me think. Do we multiply it? We just multiply it, right? I'm not sure, but I think I'll just do that. How do you come up with that? Hey, why are you saying? I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know if I don't even know if I can solve this problem, but I'm just trying some stuff out. So if we divide, I guess the numerator is the same, and then we just multiply this in the denominator, and then if we skip, then we just go to the next index and everything is the same. And then here we gotta adjust this now. So maybe we can be like, if num mod denom equals 0, then we can just divide them. But these numbers look like they get very large because, man, this is a long, you know, so how is that gonna work? 6, I guess if it's all 6s, 6 to the 19th, that sounds like a big number. Maybe I should have this both as longs. And then we'll see, man. We'll see if this even works. There's probably some tricks that we can do to try and cache this or something. I don't really know. I don't even know if we need to do any caching. What are we trying to do? Distinct. I guess we're just returning this. It's gonna time out 100% sure. If it was right, it would time out. All right, 2, 2, and 3. 2, 2, 3. 100% it's gonna time out, yeah? Because whatever I have here now is basically brute force. Posting the song. What's happening from YouTube? How you doing, man? So I don't even know if I want to submit this since I know it's gonna. Wait, do I know it's gonna time out? I'm pretty sure that 2, 3 it's basically a 3 to the 19, right? Three choices. 3 to the 19 sounds pretty big. Pretty big. How can we make this better? Is there some way we can cache things, man? It's a long, so I'm not sure what to do. Maybe there's some tricks with the size. The size is so small, man. There must be some things that we could do here. Think you just memo, you got it? Alright, Brett, the problem I'm hesitating with that is, do I create a long with like that, or do I create some type of other cache, like a weird string type of cache that I do? Like, how am I going to represent these parameters as a key? That's what I'm thinking of. Proper map, yeah. I guess that's what I do when I can't think of like the vector thing. But then, alright, if I were to use a map cache, this is my normal style. I'll convert these to a string and put a delimiter in between. But I don't think that is a great way. Maybe it can just be some type of pair, int, or a tuple, I guess, or a struct. Can I just make a pair as my key? Some weird pair, int, pair, long, pipple. This is some bootleg C++. We'll try it. So we'll have a map of pipple, and we'll map that to a to an int. And then we just check the pipple. So if, wait, how do I do this? Should I create it one time? I, and then num, denum. So then now I can be like, if the map has that key, then we should return that key. Some might say this is a double lookup. And it might be a double lookup, but should I care about this right now? I think so. I think because we're using a map, maybe we should optimize and not do double lookups. But man, who cares? I'm just gonna see if I TLE before I optimize. Can I do that? Wait, maybe I can't do this? Access elements. People. People. They want the people, man. Because this is a tuple. Oh, instead, wait. You know, the reason I don't use tuples, bread, is because I can never remember the syntax. Alright, should I send this? But I think a tuple would be the right choice here, or a tuple. I don't know what the right way to say that is. I'm just gonna submit this. Oh, it's like just barely fast enough. Alright, let me see if this would have made a difference, man. Yeah, AK'd this contest. So if we made that key, and then we're like, and we'd be like, if I forget what this returns. Do I return the second like that? Anyways, we'll see if that even makes a difference. Alright, 2589 to 20. Probably no difference, I'd say. Let me try. Yeah, I'd say that doesn't really, or however, maybe I just implemented it wrong or something. Lil Pixel says, dang y'all, this reminds me why I never wanted to learn C++. What do you mean? I didn't do anything crazy with C++ here. Or is it just the key with the map pair int stuff? In Python, I guess you could just put whatever in the cache. I think I'm starting to like LeetCode again. What? Why is that? Because it's fun to do it with everyone else? Or are you getting better at LeetCode? Or maybe you just need a little break. Alright, that was a AK, man. I haven't done an AK in a long time. You made it look easy? No, I think this contest was like the good old difficulty levels back in the days. Nothing too crazy. I did make some silly mistakes, man. I'm not too happy about that. But let's see. Dang, I'd have gotten top 1K even with 2 mistakes. Maybe. This is breakfast? Nah, come on now. Come on, man. I've been struggling with LeetCode lately. Honestly, the only thing I couldn't figure out about Q4 was a cache. Yeah, Q. I think if it was a real contest, I would have tried my map tricks for sure. Oh, actually, while we're talking about that, let me go and experiment. Because, I mean, I know I like to use those weird pair ints, weird tricks like that. Dang, where's the problem? But I want to check if I had used my other method, which is a lot easier to code. Like just converting it to a string. Which problem was it? This one. So I'm gonna just change, so instead of a map, I'll use an unordered map. This is like something I did all the time. String to int. And then instead of this being the key would be toString I, toString num, toString denom. And then I guess it should be um. Oh, the championship race missed it, man. Come on. Can't believe you guys didn't remind me, man. All right, let me see if that would have worked with the string. Time limit exceeded. Jeez, look how close it would have been. So close. So in real life, I believe this is what I would have tried first, man. A weird string key. But maybe I'll stop doing this and I'll just start using a map. Because my thought process used to be like, you know, a dang map is n log n inserts. Unordered map is supposed to be constant or whatever. And you'd think like the unordered map would perform better, but because you're like hashing a string, that's pretty expensive. And maybe like converting it to a string here is also expensive. But hashing or figuring out the pair map thing, that's probably like a lot quicker to figure out where this belongs in a map, even though it's if it's like log n insert, it still happens to be faster in this case than the theoretical time complexity of this is maybe higher. I'm not sure if that's true. Maybe it's not true, but you know, that's how my brain works. Try with a tuple. All right, Brett, we gotta try and remember the syntax here. I don't know how to create a tuple. C++ tuple syntax. All right, we got it. We got it. A little bit embarrassed, but it's okay. So int, and then we'll do long. I guess we can just be like, or man, we'll just call it pipple. Can I do that? Why don't you do it the same way? Oh yeah, with using. Yeah. It just came to me. Why I should just do it like that, you know? And then we'll use this map here of the pipple. And then, dang, I should have just commented that out. So this is a pipple, and it's I num denom. I guess it's the map here instead. All right, let's see if this one, well, let me, gotta comment out that one. Very long, man. Wait, what? Pipple key. Is that the right syntax? I don't know if it is. All right, let's see, man. Let's see if this would pass, or how much faster a tuple is than the pair int. It's about the same performance as the pair int pair thing. Easy. Wait, don't you feel some approaches might lead to waste of time? Wait, how do you narrow down multiple approaches? Blink, I think about the constraints of the problem, and I think about like my time complexity of my solution, and maybe sometimes a little bit more than just time complexity. Maybe sometimes I have like an ON solution, but I know there's a large constant factor to that might make it slow. So I try to just think about everything, and it comes with experience, I suppose. But I go down my list, man. I'm like, can I do it this way? Why or why not? Can I do it that way? Why or why not? Will this work? What's the problem if I do it this way? I just go down this checklist, man. Nicer syntax with tuples. Yeah, I just need to get over the dang like something dot gets one, or however the weird syntax for the tuples are in C++. I just need to get over it, man, and just use it. or something, you know. Anyways, what do you guys want to do now? Should we do more virtual contests? Oh, was there a bi-weekly that I missed as well? Or no? Bi-weekly coming soon. Let's see. 474 would be next. Look at that. AK'd it, man. It's been a long time since I AK'd. Oh, 488, I guess. Not too long ago. Alright, 474. Maybe this bi-weekly. I'll do bi-weekly some other time. So is that how you are generating a key value pair? Little Pixel, what do you mean? The tuple thing? AK means all killed. That's what the slang for getting all the problems solved in a contest is. Solved all the problems in that virtual. That's what it means. Alright. Can't believe we missed a championship race, man. Anyways. Are you ready to begin this one, or should I take a couple minutes, rest my brain, let it cool off for alright. I guess we have an ad break. I'll just wait for 1 minute and 20 seconds. Spoopdy, what's happening? Anyways, while we wait, man, should we play a little Type Blazer? Spoopdy. You wanna race me? Let's see if it's working how it should. I did a lot of updates to my little typing game here. Oh, look at your avatar, man. Anyone else? It's just me and you, Spoopdy. Here we go. And Q. Alright, here we go. And then I'll do the virtual contest. Man, this is a hard passage. It's a little bit difficult, man. Anyways, are we ready for virtual 474? Thank you for that little Type Blazer, man. Here we go, man. Why is it so much harder to type than Type Racer? Because the words are a lot more difficult. Type Racer, I think, has a lot of easy one-syllable words and stuff, very common words. This one has like proper names and locations and numbers and punctuation. All right, here we go. Q1. Can't believe that caching worked. What do you mean? I guess it improves it a little bit, right? Wait, find missing elements. You are given an integer array nums consisting of unique integers. Originally, nums contained every integer with a certain range. However, some integers... I think I've done this, man. Let me look at the questions. Maximum product after 3 elements after 1 replacement. Have I done this? Minimum time to complete all deliveries. I don't think I've done it, so I'll continue. That was my solution, but I just didn't cache it before. Yeah, I mean, you just needed to add the cache. Very good. Very good. It's basically the same, right? That we did. Alright, where were we? Find missing elements. You are given an integer array nums consisting of unique integers. Originally, nums contains every integer within a certain range. However, some integers might have gone missing from the array. The smallest and largest integers of the original range are still present in nums. Return a sorted list of all the missing integers in this range. If no integers are missing, return an empty list. I mean, I'll sort the nums. They say largest and smallest are in there. And then I will go from the smallest number to the largest number. And I'm going to, what am I going to do? Well, first I'm going to make a set. Then I'm going to iterate through all the numbers in nums and inserts into the set. Then I'll remember my answer now. And I'm now going to iterate through all the numbers that should be in the set. And I'll see if we don't have it, then this is a missing number. All right, 3, nothing, and 2, 3, 4. Submit. Too easy. Q1, Q2. Maximum product of 3 elements after 1 replacement. You are given an integer array nums. You must replace exactly 1 element in the array with any integer value in the range -100k to 100k inclusive. After performing this single replacement, determine the maximum possible product of any 3 elements at distinct indices from the modified array. Return an integer denoting the maximum product achievable. What? Replace exactly 1 element with a really large number. Either -100k or +100k. So, all right, this one, they say the answer is, what is the answer? Replacing 0 with -100k gives that which has a product of that. How do you determine which number to replace? I guess if there's a 0, we should replace that. That sounds like an edge case. If there's only 3 numbers and there's a 0. If there are more, man, this sounds like it has a lot of edge cases in here. But I think I can solve it. So 3 numbers. That means we either want 2 negatives and a positive, or 3 positives. And then we need we need at least 3 non-zero numbers, right? No, we need at least 2 non-zero numbers. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'm trying to figure it out. Which numbers do I want to replace? For sure, we gotta replace those zeros if there's no other option. But I don't want to like try to code up some spaghetti, man. Maybe there is a way to just figure out how to deal with all cases, like a generic solution. Or if I have to like specifically code for the zero edge case, like example 1. Because the 0 is the middle number here. And you can only replace 1. I don't know what to do. Is this problem too hard for me, man? It shouldn't be, but I'm gonna keep thinking. The answer is not obvious to me. So I do realize I need either 2 negatives and a positive, or 3 positives. What does that mean for me, though? So I probably want to keep the biggest numbers in either direction, right? I want to keep the the minimums and the maximums. Those are my key numbers. My 2 key numbers, maybe, only. I only care about those 2 numbers, right? Do I? As long as those numbers are chill, everything's gonna be alright. Because, alright, like this one, the biggest number is -1, and the smallest number is -4. So, no. We care about the 2 smallest, the 2 largest, and then yes, because we take the 2 smallest here, and then we take the third number and we change it to 100K, and everything's chill. Or I guess we take the 2 smallest here and whichever other number. Alright, so for sure, I think we gotta sort nums. 100% sure on that, I think. And then now we just need to look at the smallest number and the largest 2 numbers. Yeah. So how do I do? I guess, all right, so if num0 and no. So if, I guess, if either of them is 0, is that bad? No. I guess one of them can be 0, but we just need to make sure that we have enough. All right, I'm just gonna count non-zeros just to be sure, man. It's a little bit much. I guess we don't need to do it full way, but who cares? As long as we have 2 non-zeros, right? So I have them sorted. Now I just need the 2 biggest, 2 smallest. 0, 1, 2. And then we need a j equal n minus 2. So these are two smallest, I and j, and two biggest. And then I just say, I'm just gonna multiply them, man. So let's say try one is nums I times nums j times 1e5. Wait, 10e. How do I do that? I'm gonna just type it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. Yeah. That's one try, and then another try would be those two numbers and negative that, and then I'll just keep the maximum achievable answer. What's happening, Noble D9E? Welcome to the party, man. How you doing? Oh, wait. $3.5 million. You can write it 1 million? Wait, it's 100,000 though. What do you mean? What are you talking about, Icy Black Deep? Alright, should I send this though? Oh, it's not right. Look at that. That's incorrect. How's that incorrect? You know why that's incorrect? Because I'm not trying. Yeah, I see why. I'm using like one of each from each. But what I don't try is man, I'm gonna just copy this part. I don't have time to try and be fancy. 0, 1, n minus 1, n minus 2. We'll try that. 120, that's good. And then this one should be 0. Point is, you can put apostrophes in there to group digits and make it easier to read. All right, I see what the point is now. I didn't know you could do that, man. That's crazy. Or are you trying to sabotage me? No, it looks good. Today I learned. TIL. Today I learned, man. Here we go. Submit. Come on, man. Come on. Do I have to put LL here, LL there? Can I do that? I don't know if I need to do that, or if like just casting one thing is good enough. Come on. Where? Oh, come on, man. It's right here. All right, let's try now. Wait, and in JS you can do underscores. I did not know that either, man. Dang, that's a long, big number. Javier D, what's poppin'? Should I submit this? We can write that. Dang, I got another wrong attempt, man. How did I get this wrong? You can choose. What can you choose here? Maybe I'm just running low on brain juice now. All right. So we got negative 32. We got 24. We got 33. And we got 95. So I'm trying basically these two. Oh, you know what? I don't try that. And I don't try that. Is there any other combination of stuff that I don't try? There probably is. Wait, what was... Alright, let me try this test case. Alright, that's looking good. I think I got them all now, man. Here we go. I'm gonna submit one more time. Easy work. Alright, next problem. Wait, C++14 also introduced 0B prefix for binary numbers. So when you're working with bits, you can do something like that instead of having to do the mental transitions from that interesting icy black deep. I'll try and remember that. This was mine. Let me see what Brett did. Hey, what the heck, man? How do you come up with these things? So you just have, you make a heap. What does this do? Something 2 key L. Is that the top 2 in the heap by absolute value? You only need 2? Or what? How does that work? That's some math tricks, man. Like how can you only know to take the absolute value of everything? I guess because you can replace it with either negative or positive 100k. Then you can assume that you can just take the biggest 2 numbers and flip them to anything that you want. I see. That makes a lot of sense if you think about it, but I don't really think about things that deeply in the contest, man. Yeah, advanced math. I just do the brute force monkey way instead of thinking about more elegant solutions like this. But yeah, this makes complete sense now that I give it some thoughts for sure. Thank you very much, Brett. Sort by absolute value. I'm gonna try and remember that. Alright, what do they got next for us? Q3, minimum time to complete all deliveries. You are given 2 integer arrays of size 2. D equal that and R equal that. 2 delivery drones are tasked with completing a specific number of deliveries. Drone I must complete DI deliveries. Each delivery takes exactly 1 hour and only 1 drone can make a delivery at any given hour. Additionally, both drones require recharging at specific intervals during which they cannot make deliveries. Drone I must recharge every RI hours, that is, hours that are multiples of RI. Return an integer denoting the minimum total time in hours required to complete all deliveries. Is this binary search? Minimum time to complete all deliveries. Binary search, and how do we validate that a certain guess is correct? I'm not sure yet. So these are 2 deliveries and this is the recharge rate. So on those hours, you can't make a delivery. Alright, let's see if we can come up with this answer. I think it's a binary search problem. but maybe a little tricky with how to validate a certain answer is valid. So I have 2 drones. How many deliveries? DI, so D1 and D2. So both of those drones need to make those deliveries. And then only one drone can make a delivery at a time. What are we gonna do here, man? Let's look at example 1. So drone, we need to make 4 deliveries in total. And the first drone needs to do 3 of them. So we send the first drone out, 1 delivery. Charge at hour 2. And then second drone, delivery, recharge hour 3. And then third drone, finish. No. Oh, we need 1 recharge, so that I see. I'm not sure how to solve this yet. Alright, I'm thinking binary search, maybe, maybe not. I'm also thinking some priority queue stuff, but I'm not sure on that either. Let me look at example 2. 1, 3, and they need to both recharge every second hour, so they can only deliver on odd hours. Look at the bounds. So billion deliveries for each drone. And then recharge is quite frequent, up to 30,000. So these deliveries means that we can't just iterate, we can't just simulate 1 delivery at a time. We need to figure out a way to chunk deliveries or something. So maybe it's something to do with how often we recharge, how many deliveries we can get per hour. No, we get 1 delivery per hour, and then we have to recharge. So it's like, is it just a math problem? No, it can't be just math, right? Cannot be math. Pretty low acceptance rate too. Let me think a little bit more. All right, 3 deliveries. I hit 1 delivery and I gotta recharge. Hit that 1 delivery. I feel like it's gonna be something so obvious once I realize, or once somebody tells me, because I'm stuck. It's gonna be some real clever trick to do this problem. I'm thinking about that problem with the CPU tasks. And you have to like figure out which CPU to give the thing to. Hey, BetSimp, what's happening? I already did the virtual, yeah. I'm doing another virtual now. This is an older virtual, 474. But I AK'd it, man. I AK'd the most recent virtual. No, I'm not sure what to do on this problem. Hey, congrats, thank you. It feels good to AK something these days, you know. It always feels good. Alright, maybe my brain is just not doing too great right now. Captain Planets, what's happened? I've been focusing on studying a binary search tree and tree traversals this week, but I rarely see them in these contests or in mock interviews. Is it worth it to dive so deep? Doesn't seem as relevant as other areas. I can say with 100% certainty that I made a conscious decision to skip some binary search trees. And then on my Google interview, I got the same damn question that I'd skipped over 100 times. And I felt really silly because it was the exact question that I just refused to do because, like, man, what's the chances somebody gives me this in an interview? And I got it. So I think it is worthwhile. I think even if you might not see tree traversals or whatever on like literal trees, you do get problems that are basically tree problems underneath the disguise, if you know what I'm saying. So the techniques that you use in tree traversal problems and DFS or whatever are very relevant to other types of problems too. What about linked lists? I'm skipping all over the linked list questions. Linked lists, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't really like linked list questions either. I'd say, sure, can skip linked lists. But I think linked lists will probably teach you some things in there. But if you're short on time, maybe you should focus on other things, if you have other weaknesses. I trained LeetCode for about 6 months for interviews, ended up with a staff position at Mozilla. Went through several interviews, got 0 LeetCode questions. Yeah, dang. Well, congrats on the staff, Sergeant Pepper. I guess the higher up you go, the more senior you are, the less likely you are to get grilled on LeetCode. Linked lists you can usually figure out, but you'll do much faster if you've seen them before. Yeah, I think linked lists, there's basically only like 2 things you gotta remember, man. You gotta remember cycle detection algorithm, and you gotta remember fast and slow pointer. Is that the same? Or like, yeah, but it's just a little weird to implement sometimes. It gets confusing. Keep grinding away though. All right. Oh, I don't know, man. We can't simulate these deliveries. It's some type of multiple of D divided by R's, or, however many times R goes into D, that's how many breaks we gotta take. But then how do we deal with like the situation where there might be some weird circumstance? I don't know what I'm saying, man. All right, let me test that theory. So D divided by R is how many skips? So it's like D plus D over R. Let me think. So that would be 3 plus 1, that's 4, and then 1 plus 0, that's 5. It can't be that easy though. I think there's a lot more to it than that. So this one is 1 delivery plus 0. And this one would be 3 deliveries. See that? Like, it already breaks down right here. Because both of them are at 2. That means we can't do any deliveries at this time or any of these times. So maybe there's also something else where we add on extra time. And every time these numbers are the same, because that means we can do 0 deliveries and we just have to wait those hours. Like 3 times 4 is 12. So every 12, every 24 as well. So every like multiple of 12, we also have to consider. Let me think a little bit more. All right, so 1 plus 0, and then 1 plus There's 3 here. So that's 4 plus 1 more, 5. And then we got 2 more breaks because maybe it's 4 divided by 2 times 2. I don't know what I'm saying or what I'm thinking, man. I don't know what to do for this problem. Let's think a little bit more. Is it just math? I wonder, do we have to do, can it be solved with just math? Like basically O1 time. I'm not good enough at math to know if that's possible. It feels like it might be possible though, man. Feels like there's an O1 math solution, but I'm not going to try and figure that one out. How would I figure this out programmatically? Let me start trying to focus on that instead. Because that's what I do, man. I'm a programmer. Binary search is what I'm thinking, but I don't know how to validate. Let's wait for Brett's 2-line solution. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I might give up, man. I'm giving up mainly because my brain is feeling real lazy. I don't want to think anymore. Been thinking all day. Hey, Sergeant Pepper, how long have you been at Mozilla for? Is that like a new position for you? And how do you like it there? Almost 5 months. So you're almost ramped up. What do they expect from you in your first 5 months? Do they just kind of, are they like, you know what, Sergeant Pepper, just take your time and learn the code base? Or like day one, you're like, they're asking you some heavy questions and stuff? Or you're just starting to get like the hang of things after 5 months? I'm not sure what Mozilla is like, you know. Are you working with Rust? Oh, I think Sergeant Pepper is working with Rust, man. He does. If y'all don't know Sergeant Pepper, I don't know how to do shout outs or anything, but Sergeant Pepper also streams. So check out. Man, I should really get better at being a streamer, man. I gotta do these shout outs and all that stuff, and I'm really bad at networking. Like, all right, here we go. Sergeant Pepper. My bad. I've already led one of the modules for the new feature that we're trying to finish, but right now I'm mostly doing JavaScripts on Firefox front end and persistent stuff with SQLite. Sounds fancy. I don't know any of what that means. All right. Maybe if I drew this out, we can realize some things here. All right, so this is my time in hours, right? So drone 1 needs to do a few deliveries and drone 2 needs to do some more. And then, so how do we know, like, so we need to recharge there. Maybe I should mark it here. And then this one needs recharge every 3 hours. So it's like that. And then maybe by drawing this out, we are able to see something that we couldn't see before. And I'm seeing that we can deliver at least one in all of these times except these times. So you can count on at least one delivery being made. Well, I guess there's some edge cases, like if that drone has finished its deliveries and only one drone so we make one delivery here, one delivery there, one delivery here, and one delivery there. That's 5. Alright, let me look at example 2. So drone 1 needs 1 delivery, drone 2 needs 3 deliveries, but they're all every 2. So it's like this. So we can make 1 delivery here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1. No. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Man, it's so obvious when I look at this drawing what it is. But I don't know how to translate what I'm seeing with my eyes into code. I see why it's 7 for Q2, because we can only make deliveries on odd numbers. Alright, for example 3, 2 deliveries, 1 delivery, and 3s and 4s. I don't know, man. I give up. It's probably too hard. It's too hard for me. I'm gonna read one hint. Use binary search. Come on, man. That's my first thought. But I don't know how to validate if it is possible. I was like, immediate, like, first thought was binary search. And then I don't know why I stopped pursuing the idea. I guess I didn't really stop. I was thinking, how can we validate that a certain time works? Like, how do you know? All right, for example 2, how do we know that 10 hours is gonna work? I don't know, man, because the time is a long. We gotta be dividing by something, you know. Oh, should I skip it? Might be over for me, man. Hint two. Wait, this one is a little mathy, Brett. That's what I'm thinking. All right, I suspected binary search. I just couldn't figure out how are we going to validate something, man. So LCM, ugh, gross. I guess I did kind of realize this as well, but I didn't. I guess it's the LCM. I guess I just don't know the right terms. We're washed up LeetCoders now, are we? I feel a little bit washed up sometimes. I think I've been doing too many problems, man. There goes my P reminder in the background. Yeah. Oh, I should try and soundproof it. I bought some like soundproof piping vinyl that I should probably wrap around it, man, but I've just been lazy. of these virtual contests. Math, binary search, LCM, the floor. All right. Yes. T. Oh, this is how many hours are of. I see what they're doing, man. So you basically count how many X's in your hours that you guess. All right, I'm gonna stop reading hints. I think I read way too many hints actually. But all right, let me try and solve it though. I guess we'll just do a binary search, like. Should I start from long max? Is that cool? So that's our midpoint. We have to validate that a certain guess is correct. How do we validate a certain guess is correct? We find out how many recharges there are. Wait, LCM? I guess an LCM. How do you find an LCM, man? Can I just hit them with an LCM, you know? Is there an LCM? Yeah, there's an LCM. So we need to find out how many times that they gotta stop the charge. Oh man. Even though I looked at the hints, I kind of saw what they were doing. I didn't finish everything, and it's kind of tripping me up now. Because, all right, like, let's say the answer for this is 7. Let's say we guessed 8, right? How do we know that 8 is good? We calculate 2 and 2. LCM of 2 and 2 is 2. So then 8 divided by 2 is 4. That's how many times we can't go. Then that means we have more hours. We have enough hours for everything else. But what if, all right, for example, the R is 2 and 3. So 2 and 3. The answer is 5. Let's say we guessed like 6. How do we know that this is a good guess? The LCM of 2 and 3 is 1. No, is 6. And 6 into the time that we guessed is 1. So that means in those 6 hours, there is 1 hour where we can make 0 deliveries. But then how do I know that these are also good, man? Do I have to make sure the total? And then I have to make sure the individuals. So this one would be like in however many hours, in 6 hours, we can only make 6 minus 3. We can only make 3 deliveries for 1, which is enough. And then for 2, all right, I think I got it. Oh. So if this is good, this is not the part I got, man. I'm typing out the template part. Like, everybody knows how to type this part, right? So if it's good, best is mid, and then we want to try something smaller, so we bring our right side down a little bit. And if it's not good, we gotta try a bigger number. And we can just return our best answer that we found. So how do we validate? So this is our, I guess we can say our total time. I'm gonna just keep it as guess. So the guess is how many skips. It's gonna be guess. Should I use long longs here? Just in case. So that's how many times we can make 0 deliveries. And we gotta make sure that total drone deliveries, if this is less, or if this is greater than guess minus skips, we can just return false, because we don't even have enough times that we can deliver to do that one. And then we gotta check if the first thing has enough times and the second thing has enough times. Let me think about that. First recharge. First charges. And then I guess if the first drone deliveries is more than that, means this is not possible. I don't think this is right, but I want to see a test case that will break this logic. Let's see, man. Is this? What happened here? Let me think. Hey, what's happened? VKSR 90244. Welcome to the party. All right, what? Am I overflowing or something? What's going on here, man? Is it because of same? Does this need to be? I don't know. Let me just make everything long just to be sure. Maybe this can be a little bit like less than int max, or long max, I should say. Did I use that test case? Incorrect still. Dang. Best needs to... Leet whale. Why do I always do that, man? I swear. Every single time. It's like, I know I need a long, and I always just figure out some way to not put something as long. Alright, Q3. I had to look at the dang things to come up with this. I don't feel too good about that. But I think my mind was on the right track. I just wasn't sure, man. I just didn't have the confidence there. Is it hard to find a DSA book that shows how to implement each data structure, or is it just me? Each data structure? I haven't read too many DSA books, but I know that people recommend elements of the programming interview, aka EPI. I have a copy, but I only read like one chapter. How about best? Yeah, VKSR. Yeah, it was best. My bad. Jeez. Alright, man. What do we do now? I don't think I'd have gotten that without reading the hints. I didn't know the LCM thing. I think I realized it, but I didn't know it was officially the LCM. I was thinking of some other stuff. I was like just multiplying them out together, but that's not the case, especially with this one, because 2 times 2 is 4. But the LCM between these two is 2, right? NYX. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. I will look it up. Yeah, it's EPI, Elements of Programming Interviews. Looks like this. Alright, should we try that Q4? No, I don't think we should, man. Wait, lots, dang. 5,000 X. Oh, wait, this isn't live on the contest, though. Should I try it? Hold up. I'm in the virtual, right? I didn't solve it here, though. That's whack. It's pretty whack. Anyways, there we go. And the Q4, yeah, I'm not even gonna try a Q4 that only 500 people got right. Not that great. I want to learn coding. What have you done so far? Have you tried to learn anything? Lots of people recommend freecodecamp.org, but I'm not sure how good this recommendation is in 2026. All right, Dang, we missed the championship race again, man. C++? If you want to learn C++, why? I'm just curious. Why C++ of all the languages? We don't have anything else to do, man. We did 2 virtuals. We did a daily. My brain is a little bit tired. But maybe we can do a little bit more in a bit. I want to unlearn C++. Jake 1130. What is happening? Hey, you know what we can do right now, man? we can play a little type blazer. I don't know who's here for a type blazer if you guys are interested, but we just missed the dang championship. Hey, look at this Jake 1130. Type blazer is live. It's still under development, but let's go blaze one, man. Wait, here's the multiplayer. All right, YouTube, here's the link. All right, wait, let me see what you're saying. Oh, Icy got the penguin. Spoop Days in the house. C++ offers numerous benefits, primarily its high performance. What kind of chat GPT answer is that, NYX? Come on, man. All right, you're ready? I don't see you in here, Jake 1130. Is that you? All right, let's go. Here we go. You can tell that's a penguin? Yeah, I can tell. All right, type blazer. Jesus. What kind of crazy? I don't even know any of these words, man. What am I typing? All right, everybody beat me. I can't even see. Everybody except Icy Black Deep beat me. Spoopdy with a 82 in that dang sentence. Is this Jake 1130 with a 72? 65, so slow, and Icy is a 56. Anyways, this is Type Blazer, and we've been vibe coding this dang thing for like the last 4 weeks or so, and it's finally starting to take shape. We got the multiplayer working. Every hour on the hour is a championship race, but we forgot to do the last 2 ones because I've been streaming. But every waking hour that I'm by my computer, I try to remember to do the championship race. Sometimes I forget. Ricky Wong, Fluffy come on sometimes. What else we got here? We got the daily passage. So every day you can do the daily passage and you have 2 attempts. But you don't take the maximum of your both attempts. You take the most recent attempts. I think there's something wrong with this site. I make way more typos on it. Man, that's because you gotta practice on more difficult words. So we got the passage of the day. It seems like it's working. Everyone's avatar shows up. You can click on people's profiles. Just made an account. Oh yeah, we got plus 1 more person, man. I haven't even started to like try to advertise the site or anything yet. You gotta get your Google brand verified. What are you talking about? Gotta get verified. Anyways, what else is on the site? We got the leaderboards. It needs a little redo. Or it needs to be better, I think. And then we have private leagues as well, but it's not, I don't have it up yet. But I want this so anyone can have their own league, and every time I run like a race, anyone in my league, it will keep our own leaderboard, similar to like what we used to have on my website here, the Midnight Simon Type Racer thing. So eventually, I'd want to migrate the Type Racer leaderboards and whatnot to Type Blazer, and I'll just have my own private leaderboards, and then everyone else out there can have their own leaderboard as well. That's, you know, so you can do it with your own communities or whoever. So that's what I'm working on. But the leagues is still under construction. I'm trying to get this done this week. That's a little update for you, Jake 1130. Do you know how to hack? I do not know how to hack. I just know how to use ChatGPT and Gemini and Claude. I only know how to vibe code, man. Just do some single player. Hey, what do you mean? You wanna see all the avatars? Yeah, so I've added a bunch of avatars too today. I have this little shark. I like this one. I type slow on this website for sure. Cause it's weird words, man. Words that I don't often type. Like, what is this even talking about, you know? All right, there we go. So, all right, here's my avatar shop. We got the frog. Wait, let me take off my accessories. But I have some work to do. All right, man. Take care, NYX. Can we add the bongo cat? No, I'm inspired by the bongo cat, but I don't think I can just steal their IP. All right, here's a frog. Here's a giraffe. We got the gorilla. We got the penguin. We got the lion. A panda. A pig. Axolotl. Capybara. The shark. The unicorn. The sloth, one of my favorites. The rabbit, the turtle, the fox, the cat, the dog, and the bear. And these are our animals for now. Of course you can't steal their IP. That's why you ask AI to steal their IP. Hey, I didn't steal anything, man. I just said, I'm just being inspired by the bongo cat, man. I like the turtle, cool concepts. Yeah, the turtle is pretty cool, I'd say. The accessories don't really fit on it though, man. Like the shades are too big. I'm tracking an issue where I'll resize the accessories based on which character you're putting them on, you know. So this, besides LeetCode, this is what I do, man. I do the vibe coding and type blazer. Anyways. I'll be on tomorrow, 8 a.m., adding more features and squashing bugs on this website. Anyways, enough of that. Don't Defense wants to do Type Racer. But maybe we just do it on Type Blazer. Even though it's a lot harder. Icy Black Deep doesn't like it because it's too hard. I'm going to add an easy mode for everyone here who can't type like me. I need a dictionary mode. I need like a no numbers mode. All right, here we go, man. Wait, should I send this in the in the thing? Let me send it in the Discord. First race is the warm-up, second race championship. You got big plans for Type Blazer. I do. The quotes are so bad. Please make better quotes. Yeah, it's in the works, man. Don't you worry, Don't Defense. Right now, the quotes are just like a placeholder, really. I'm going to get some real good quotes in there. Dang, it's the same damn thing we just typed, man. Anyways. Dang. Don't Defense 91 and Ricky Wong is in the house, man. Ricky Wong probably started late or something. because that's the first time I ever seen a double digits from Ricky Wong. Definitely started late, yeah. All right, here we go. Ben Ricky Wong, you're right, man. All right, that was just a warm up. Here we go, man. Championship round. When will the site support late starts? Wait, what? Championship round. On type. All right, you want to do it on Type Racer because you don't like my website, man. Because. All right, since Don't Defense redeemed it, I guess Don't Defense can choose. But soon you'll have no choice but to race on Type Blazer, man. Yeah, Type Blazer is better than Type Racer. All right, we'll just go straight to the championship round. No warm up, straight to the championship. I like the avatars a lot and them moving their hands. Very cute, man. Thank you very much, Don't Defense. A rare compliment. All right, here we go. Warm up canceled. Championship ready. Dang. It's a long ass passage. It's too long. Jeez. Ricky Wong 118. Even if Ricky Wong wasn't here, out of taking out Don't Defense, easy work. All right, 118 for the champ. All right, who else was in there, man? Q with the 86, guest with the 85. Is that Jake 1130 as the guest? Icy Black Deep, almost 69. If Ricky Wong wasn't here, wouldn't have stopped mid-type and being sad. Yeah, man, all I'm hearing is excuses. All right, here we go. Ricky Wong. R Wong 48. And it was 119. 118. This leaderboards is gonna be legacy real soon. So this will be like frozen in time, this leaderboards. I was 85, it wasn't showing. I only play Type Blazer, that's the spirit, man. IV champion, 85's pretty good. I should have turned on my hand warmer, dang. Everybody got excuses tonight, man. Anyways, I don't really know what to do. I don't really feel like doing more LeetCode, man. I've done enough problems today. But I don't want to end early. So, should we play one more game? All right, one more game. It's called the best game of all time, Bomb Party. And then maybe I'll leave after this. All right. Here's the link. Dice, no dice, man. I don't feel like playing dice. So this bomb game, easily one of my favorite games. I'll give it some time for everybody to join because it goes really quick. If you don't hit join game, you're gonna miss the game. All right, who wants to play Bomb Party? Whale is really good. Javier D. All right, here we go. It's an easy game to play. I guess I'll join. All right, you guys ready? That's it, man. 4 of us. Don't Defense can't handle bomb game. Jake 1130. I don't know. Oh, Jake 1130 is in here. You got to click join. All right. Let me pause it for it. There we go. All right, I pause it. Restart the timer. So the game is simple. You're going to see a string, and you just have to type a word that contains that string. Easy. A 3-character string or 2. There you go, like PA. You got to type something that has a PA in there. Like pancake or something. Pal. There you go. All right. Oh, Jesus. INA? Come on. Damn, that's a good one. Couldn't think of anything. You can't use proper nouns. Yeah. And then if you use all of the characters on the screen, I think you get an extra life or something. Ma'am? Is that a word? Oh dang, Q Ultimus is out. What is that? Spoop day, what do you mean? What is what? Cats? What kind of words are these, man? I'm just typing. I'm so bad at this game right now. NT. Integer. Fancy. RER. Dang. Jake 1130 is good at this game. I'm not surprised. Well, that one's tough. ISI. It's too hard. Bomb's gonna blow up, man. Words with ISI. I don't even know what I type for ISI, man. Crisis. Raisin. Rising. Dang, there was a lot. Oot. Anyways. GM. Alright, Jake 1130 has won the round. Man. Is that it for me tonight, guys? I don't know. Usually I like to try and at least hit my 3 hours at midnight, but man, maybe I've been vibe coding too much lately. And maybe I use too much brain power on those contests, man. So I'll probably just end early tonight. Anybody doing LeetCode? Anybody want to go stream and I'll raid you? Too much soup power? What you talking about, man? Who's LeetCoding? 30 minutes till midnight. Hey, Brent Arata, why don't you go on and I'll raid you right now? Do you still stream, man? How do you come with those neat ideas for Type Blazer? Javier D. I think about Type Blazer all day, every day, man. There's not 1 minute that goes by where I'm not trying to think of an idea for Type Blazer, or actually not just Type Blazer, but other Blazers as well. Type Blazer, Algo Blazer, or whatever. I'm always thinking of things. So I guess it comes from, I play a lot of video games, and I just try and take the best things that I've ever experienced and try to put them into this typing thing. Blazer, phaser, taser. What are you talking about, Spoopty? There's only blazers here. No, you need something is what? What are you talking about? Oh, for that bomb game? That reminded me. Oh, dodgeball. I was saying that those weren't the names, man. It was Blazer. It was Blade. Blazer. No. How is it? It's Blade. Laser. Blazer. I know what you're talking about. Anyways, how do you keep track? So I just have my GitHub issues. Wait, what do you mean keep track? Every idea I have, I try and write it down. And every real feature that I want to implement for Type Blazer, I make an issue on GitHub. And then I just tell the LLMs to pick an issue and do it, you know? And I just do one at a time. Or maybe I'll do like 3 or 4 at a time. And then I test them all at the same time, you know? Anyways, LeetCoders, where are they at? There are none. Nobody wants to LeetCode, man. Hey, there's another Chi. Look at that. Alright, let's go raid this guy. And I'm out of here a little bit early, but I'll see you guys at 10 a.m. tomorrow if you guys want to do some type blazing vibe coding. All right, everybody, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. Sorry I'm leaving a little bit early, man. My brain ain't working anymore. Icy Black Deep, Q Ultimus, have a good night. Javier D, Leet Whale, adios amigos, see you next time. Jake 1130, if you're still around, have a good night, man. Nice to see you. Come on the stream. Who else? Did I say Icy Black Deep? I'm pretty sure I did. Everybody else, Spoopty, see you next time. I the champion, Ricky Wong, don't defense. I am Samir here. Have a good night. See y'all tomorrow. Anyone else who's lurking, see you next time. Emam, adios. Everyone from YouTube, if anyone's there, see you later. NYX, VKSR, see you next time. Thank you for tuning in. And let's go raid this guy. I don't know what he's doing, man, but let's go raid him. I've raided him before a few times. See ya.